Good morning, guys. All right. Good morning, Outer. How are you doing today? Kind of feeling the longs today. So we do have three-star news today at 10 o'clock, guys. And as we put in the chat, yesterday's close and open levels. So we'll be looking for long off those levels unless like it looks just super bearish. I'm hoping if we pull back that far, it's more or less around like the 10 o'clock hour and not when it's like open, just because there's a lot of volume. So that trade usually works a lot better when it's after the 10 o'clock hour, just because the volume and the volatility is kind of mellow out. So what we're doing is we're going to be trading 3 micros looking for 10 points off of those levels if we get a retest. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the long today. Especially back above these 60s. Outer, did you take any trades yesterday, or you just kind of sit on the sideline? You had one trade yesterday. I did pretty good yesterday morning. I think later in the morning I started over trading a little bit on my eval. So I'm hoping this PA is the one that we're looking for. We're looking for a trade today. So we're sitting at 26,632. So we got to have at least 56 $50 winner days, and then we can request another payout, and we shouldn't be denied that time. So we're going to strictly stick to 3 micros looking for 10 points if we can just find 10 points. And we're going to try to copy trade these two for the next couple days, because we're only about $350 from requesting a payout with this account, which I don't know if I broke any rules. It's a possibility because I've had this account for quite a while, so I don't know if I broke any rules. Then if the 5-minute works out, we are sitting at 1,943. So we got our losses back from last week. So if we can find one winning trade today, that'll push us over $2,000 in our funded account with Bulanox. And we got to make $3,600, so we'll be $1,600 away from a payout with them. Those are the only funded accounts that are close to, any kind of payout. The rest of them are either still just sitting at the break-even spot, or I haven't taken any trades on them. Well, the 5 minute freaking paid really well yesterday. It's just we goofed it by accidentally. We jumped in premature yesterday. Yeah, Outer's been out of he's 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 been out of town solo. He went back home to visit some family. Solo, did you finally get you another account to trade with? So that payout that you took from Elite, did they close that account down once you take the payout? So was that an account killer? Hopefully we don't just consolidate for this next 30 minutes. Like I said, I put in the chat up here. We do have 10 a.m. job jolt numbers. So I know that's a little bit of a market mover. I don't know how many points, but you should at least, I would imagine, get 30 to 50 points out of the move. Man, that sucks. There's nothing worse than getting it so close and fail. That's what's been stressing me out too, man. I'm like so close with so many accounts to getting over that threshold. All right, 2 minutes. I have lately. I have not been taking that 5 second trade. I feel like I was struggling with it for a little bit, so we decided to just kind of take a break from it. To yeah. All right, 30 seconds left, guys. 30 seconds. I'm thinking maybe we get a push below that 400 level, then maybe we can retest those four. Maybe lose the 400s, then retest the 400s. I don't know how confident I feel about taking this trade off of the 80, the 79.80 this morning for my funded, just because I feel like it's going to hit so early. 10 seconds left, guys. 10 seconds. All right, here we go. As right now, a pretty choppy morning. I mean, starting out, I mean, that's a pretty low move to only be bouncing 15 points. So, I want to see this. See how bearish that looks. See, it was so, man. It won. Well, it barely missed it by 3 points. Like I said, it's so hard to take this first thing in the morning. Boom, 10 points like that. Son of a bee. Man, 10 points off the rip. 20 points off the rip. Golly, it had to happen so early. That's what sucks. Look at there. Almost 30 points off of your yesterday's open close, guys. This crap had to happen within 2 minutes of the opening. That's the only thing that sucks. It's too much volatility to take that. Son of a bee. Yeah, I would like to see the push back up from here. I want to see us get through these 10s and 20s, then maybe above 40. You're waiting for the bullish fair value gap. Right now it just kind of looks like a little bear flag. I want to. Yeah, it's bouncing off the bottom of that 20 again. Man. This is a valuation too, guys. Just could not get through the 80s. Ah. '88 is kind of my line in the sand here, guys. Am I hitting it? I see what I'm hitting. Trying to go to break even so we don't get ripped up the first thing this morning. Ah, damn it. Let's see. I'm trying to short this. Ooh. Trying to be above this candle here. 88. Nope. Damn it. It didn't hold. All right, so we're going to start off a little bit red this morning on the eval. So it looks like we pretty much on the 5-minute bounced right off the 63. My entry, I should have been short by like 88 there. Man, we're going to be just probably looks like possibly one move too early. Still getting stuck around that yesterday's open and close. Hopefully that's the bottom. That'd be nice if that can be the bottom. Then we can just kind of start working our way back up. It's crazy how many times this thing bounced. Usually that's like hard to take that so close to opening. I thought that second time we went through it that we were going to make it through it. We got an inside bar setting up on the 5-minute, but man, it's so close to opening. Then we got news. I just don't know how comfortable I feel taking that. I mean, 88 still holding. Looks like we're going to probably get an inside bar here. Man, that's a big bar. So far, guys, it's just been a choppy morning. So we're just kind of chopping between the 70s and what we're just stuck in kind of like a 30-point range starting out. And, you know, we can even see that when we started out. Yeah, this thing's going to push up here. Here's the pullback. So maybe it'll go through this time since. Just being patient. Still just chopping in this range. It looks like we're going to just be waiting for the jolt numbers at 10 o'clock. I don't like the long unless we're back above 20. Excuse me. Calculate. Hit that first target. Yeah, I just couldn't hold on to that short from earlier. It just, man. Dude, this stuff's just insane right now. Wow, what a ripper. like I said, if we can get above 20, I like the long above 20. But remember, we only got 10 minutes till jolt numbers. Oh, was that the 50 EMA trade? There's your 15. I mean, yeah, 20. All right, finally got above the 20 here. It would stall. Damn it. All right. All right, so that was a $60 loss there. Got to get through these 20s again. That sucks because that puts us back below the threshold by 40 bucks. Did I long into a fair value gap? I didn't even notice. All right, we got 5 minutes till news play here. So like I said, that one trade was $63. And that was trading a non-setup. So that's what happens usually. I wanted this to be our setup, that 381.79, but it was so early in the beginning that I didn't trust it. More likely, we're probably going to have to wait till the jolt numbers to come out to maybe the market will start getting some kind of normal movement after the jolt numbers. All right, we're just going to wait out news. We got about, what, 2.5 minutes or so. All right, guys, 1 minute till that 10 o'clock news. Be aware of that if you're in a trade. And the 3-star news is jolt numbers, job numbers, or not job numbers, but I guess how many job openings they are. I think that's what that means. All right, seconds. I'm hoping it doesn't hardly do anything. I don't really care for it to mess up the charts. I just hope we start moving afterwards. All right. Still holding those 70s. Man, that 70s has been a wall this morning. Hmm. can't get above the 20s, I may close this quick. Damn it. Just cannot get above this 20s. Damn it. Rejected off that damn 20. Nope. If it can't break 20, it's not going. Look at there. So I can't even get 10 points. Damn it. Come on. There we go. Holy crap. What it was getting stuck at the 15-minute candle. It stays above 40s, we should be good. Ah, damn it. Just right below that 30 level. There we go. Yeah, we're up 20. We're in at 20 points. Oh, you moved to break. Oh. So we cost ourselves about $60 because I took that loss. I took that on another funded account. So that moved us up to $26,358. We're only going to do one trade with this account. So we just have to live with that. Unfortunately. Let's see here. Equal lows back at 369. Yeah, we may switch back over to an eval. I think we've already taken 2 funded trades. Like I said, we're going to lose $63 on that one. And we jumped back in that long with our other funded account just because we haven't met that threshold yet. So now we need, what, $250 to request another payout with this account. Unfortunately, we got about $40, $30 below that threshold with this one. So, but that's why we're going to keep our losses small. This way, if we do just happen to lose a little bit, we're not just getting, risking a whole bunch. So we're just going to stick to the $60 trades with that account. No, it got denied for something I did back in November. I guess I over leveraged or something back in November. Kind of super petty, unfortunately. Because I I traded that account like 70 times. So now I have to at least get 6 trading days. What, $50? Get above these 50s. Might be able to take another little run. Nice outer. I wish I could have got a little bit more myself. Nice sitting through that trade on that 408, because I know you had to sit through a little bit of drawdown on that. Yeah, I'm looking for, I'd like to see us get back above the 50s here. I think if we get above these 60s, we might get a little push. We got a lot of wicks, like Outer was pointing out. There's a lot of wicks also back at the 70s also. So this next trade is going to be eval trade, guys. So just be aware of that. So a little bit more aggressive with the evals. So what we're trading is this 70, this 90% off account that we got yesterday. Man, did we get short again below 20? Oof. dude. It didn't. I was hoping we get some kind of freaking pullback here. That thing's just going to boner straight down, guys. Damn it. Come on. Give us a pullback. We need to see a pullback. I want to see something, please. Ah, dang it. It won't even, it's not even going to give it to us, is it? I don't like entering off that 90 range. That 90 range is always tough to enter off of. At least on the first push. That first push to the 90 is always a no-no for me. I was hoping we get better price action around this 20 where it kind of hovered around the EMAs and retests. Come on. Retest, retest. I mean, I feel like we're definitely going to the 70s. I mean, this is how we run all those wicks. There we go. There we go. Pull back to the 10. I want to see it hit the 410s, then sell back below the whole number. Oh, well. Eval here, guys. Eval only. Should at least get our 10. Oh. I say we're going to get our 10. Might have to wait for another pullback up to the 10. I was just trying to get a quick 10 points to see if we can run these wicks down here. I'm not looking for a big move. Damn, we might get our face ripped off. All right, hope the 410 holds. Back above 410, we're probably in trouble. Oof. That was a scary rip. Might get wrecked on this one. There's the 410. That's not looking too good either. That's a big old wick. Ooh, we're going to be taking a beating on our eval. See what happens. I got impatient. I didn't wait for my 410 pullback. Rick. So that'll put us down about 300 bucks on the eval, or at least about 170 from break even on our eval. Yeah, this is tough. I think we're going to be done with evals today. This is just strictly going to be strictly valuations the rest of the day. They just hit a roadblock. Just cannot get through the 50s. Wow, another inside. Look at that huge inside bar here. Yeah, this range is super small. I wonder if we got to get 50% of this candle pullback before we go. Wait for liquidity sweeps. Yeah, this is insane today. Might just be an early day today, guys. Still hovering around these 50s. New 5-minute candle. I want to see these 60s hold. What's up, Capital? How are you doing today? Oh, yeah, it's been a pretty crazy morning so far. The market's been nasty today. They're just inside bars on the 5-minute, which we haven't taken any today just because the market's been so crappy. Damn. Look at this shit, man. 509 sell side. We're still trading our eval this morning. Doesn't look like we're going to get a Bulenox trade today. I was really hoping so. I just, like I said, the market's been too nasty to just to be messing around with the funded accounts. We do have a $63 loss on one of our accounts and a 133 in the green on the other. There we go. Ooh. Back at that 50 level again. See if we can get something up to the highs. Now this is eval only, guys. Wait for more pullback here. If we stay above 60, I like the trade. Back below 60, we don't. Just cannot get through the freaking 70s. All right. Oh, well, we won't enter a second or third time. We thought maybe we'd get that breakout, maybe try to touch those 90s up there. Let's see if we can get one more pullback. Man, this 5 minutes looks like it's just booming right now. All right, there it goes there. I don't know if we'll get a pullback down to the 50s. Outer, you done with your day? Was that a funded trade that you took your trade on earlier, or was that a valuation, Outer? So if you're just joining these are evaluations. This valuation I'm trading, so I am being a little bit more aggressive with it. Ah, shit. So we would have got our 10 points if we had stuck that 60. Oh, you copy traded? Nice. Nice with the copy trade. Oh, my goodness. I got to stop paper handing these evals. Yeah, you had to sit through a little drawdown with this account. Son. You gotta sit here and just watch this thing go up and up, guys. There's the good old about 88. Didn't quite get the 90, but fairly close. Fairly close. We hit 85. Looks like we have yesterday's open sitting at 502s, so might get a reaction off that whole number. I don't know if we'll get through 69. Yeah. What it is, we pull back to the top of that previous 15-minute candle sitting at 72. That's where we bounced. Look at that little 2-candle bull flag there. Our 2-candle pullback into the top of the 15 minutes and plus all these wicks and popped. Kind of want to see what kind of price action we get up here at the 500s. I didn't know if you could get about 10 points off this whole number at yesterday's close or even at yesterday's high sitting at 511. But most of the time we always get some kind of reaction off the 10s. Maybe we get another pullback to the 60s, then we can possibly look for another long. There's a 62. Ooh, is that thing pop it? There's the 10. Oh, man. We left so much on the table in this trade outer for our eval, especially since we were long from freaking 60. I had another opportunity to get long here, but I was hoping for a deeper pullback here. This level here is the top of a 15-minute candle. And this thing has to go back down to the 90s. It usually does. Probably only going to risk about 5 points on this. So back above 10, I'll close this. I'm just looking for a 90 push here. Damn it. There we go. It looks like we're going to get back to break even again. Yep. Oh, 508. Yeah. See if we get that 28 level. Spread it out so I can see. Man, that was a small 15-minute candle. Waiting to see if we're going to reject up here or not. I like to see for shorts to get back below the 15. Yeah, we left a lot on the table. I wish I was able to manage that trade better from the 60s. But we were just trying to keep from just putting ourselves in a hole. Did you get the 28? Pretty close, didn't you? Still bouncing off that 15. Looking for us to lose this 15 level. There's the 15 level. We may get a bounce here at the whole number. I'm going to sell one more contract. It's had 2 left over because we may get a bounce. If 15s holds up, we should be good. Maybe one more retest of those 15s. We just have 1 micro left. And we'll risk, I don't know, what, 1 micro, about 5 or 6 points. So if 15 holds, we should be good. If we lose 15, we're back above that previous 15-minute candle. The 15 held, maybe. Come on. Oh, you're waiting for it to break above the 28? I wanted to short those 15 levels. So that's why I was waiting for us to push up and look pretty bearish, pushing below those 15s. That's the previous 15-minute candle. Back above the 15s is probably, it'll continue higher. If it starts looking super bullish above the 15, we may close. Like I said, that 15 is my line in the sand. There's another rejection off of it. I don't think it's going to handle another couple hits because we already hit it twice. Oh, you have your limit order sitting there. Man, you missed it by 2 points, man. I hate that when that happens. And it looks like we're going to lose those 15s. Like I said, if we lose the 15s, we'll close this trade. So that was another hit. I just don't know how many hits it has left. This is my runners, by the way, so it's just 1 micro left. We started off with 10 micros. Come on, 15. Another hit. The 15's taking the hits. So that 15 level, it is the previous 15-minute high. The high of the previous 15-minute candle. I don't know if we'll get 80. I may just do 90. Then look for long off of 80 down here around this. We got some wicks down here on the 1 minutes around the 80 level with the 50 EMA. So we may do like 5 micro long there around the 80. Depending on how bearish this candle looks. Oh, not another retest. Damn it. I don't know if it's going to be able to handle another one. Nope. Oh, there it goes. Ooh, maybe. Hopefully that was just the market makers taking someone's stop loss right above that 15. They're like, oh, we know some suckers got their stop loss right above that freaking 15-minute candle. Now, if we break 97, we should get a little push. Now that you canceled it, Outer, it's probably going to go right back up there. That's the way it goes. You got time to put it back on. All right, I'm just going to go to break even. It may have one more push. Maybe. Yeah, you never know off of this whole number here. Ah. Yeah, look at there. I was kind of worried about that whole number. This may be the push here. I don't think it's going to be able to handle a 5th hit. We're just in this trade for $10 at the moment. So if it stops us out, it'll just be $10 off our profit. Come on. Give me the 90. Man, any other day, this freaking thing would love to touch the 90. I'm trying to keep my order above that 50 EMA down there, just in case we want to. I almost even want to look for a long off these 80s down here. Like 86 area, 85. Look for like 10 points. Yeah, it's also got a big fair value gap take in right there also, which I don't know. It already took half of it. That wick down there. This stuff's brutal. Oh, shoot. That's looking pretty bullish there, guys. We don't have too many more wicks to protect us. We could get that 20 wick up there. We've already hit the 15 wick. There's a couple wicks through here that it's hit. The last one it hit was that 17 wick. There's another one sitting up at 20. Right above this, there's a wick. I mean, we could go 10 points and see if that wick will hold. But I don't know if we'll be able to hold off if it pushes back above 15. Because there's a wick sitting at around 19 that it hasn't retested. This wick here. Another 15 hit. Come on. That's looking pretty bearish. Looking a little better. If we can get below 97, I think we get a good dip. There we go. That's looking pretty bearish. 97. If we lose 97, we should get the push below 97. That's as right now, that's the bottom of the 15-minute candle. Oh, there's the dip. Oh, it poked a little wick outside that 97. Oh, there it goes. Come on, lose the 97. If you lose that 97, we should get the push. that thing just wick me? Come on, that was dirty. That was so dirty. Oh my goodness. I felt violated. Oh my goodness. Like literally a quarter point. I mean, like one tick. I mean, what did we we had like 90.50 or 90.75. That's so wrong. Watch this thing go all the way freaking back up there now. If this wasn't an eval, I probably wouldn't be holding this back up. But since it's an eval, we'll hold it off. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we've only been trading one eval solo. We went to 90, like 90.50. I think it's going to get back above 15 this time. I feel like it may get back up to that 28 level. Oh, you longed? What did you long off of? The 95 outer? Yeah. I'm probably just going to stay in this for 5 points. Just risk like $10. By holding down the mouse, you can. Ah, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, it hit 490.50, so it missed our take profit by a quarter of a tick. Oh, you longed at the 494. What's your take profit? Above 530. I may consider long if we get back above the 15s. But as long as 15 holds, we're going to stay short. All right, here comes that 97 level. That's the previous 15-minute candle. That's why you're kind of seeing that reaction there. Okay, good deal. Woo. What a nice hold. That lasted quite a while. I want to see 97 hold. If 97 holds, we may jump back in with a couple micros. But 97's got to hold. Wow, look at that 50 EMA bounce, guys. You would have got your 10 points if you took the long off that 90 again. Is that 97 going to hold? 97? 97 holds? Just 3 micros. Now, this is eval only, guys, that we're trading. This is not a funded account. We've already kind of traded our funded for this morning. So we're just going to hold the 97 then, since it's kind of wicking back and forth. As long as 97 holds, I think we'll be fine. But if we lose, if it looks super bullish back above 97, we may close this. Oh, got to get through these 90s. 90s, we should get a push down to 75. What am I hitting? Oh, all these damn wicks over here. There's a big wick at 86, and we have another 3 wicks sent down at 80. So we may get the 80 push. It'll just take a couple tries. There we go. There's the 86 wick. There's another 3 wicks sent down at 80. So let's see if we'll take those. Hopefully it doesn't bounce them. No, it's hitting it. Okay, it got through. I was worried. I saw the little pullback. Oh, the 97 held. And these are just trading off the 15 minutes, guys, pretty much. Just trading off the 15-minute candles. I may even just keep this 1 micro above that 15-minute candle. Because if it breaks back through the 97s, more likely it's going back up. So we hit those wicks right on the nose there. If you kind of look to the left, we have all these wicks sitting here. So this is where that bounce is coming at. So if we get through 77s, we should get a nice push, but I think that may be another good bounce area. That 75 level. Damn it, I might have not gotten there, Tom. Boom, there's the 75, a little bounce. Couldn't get it in there, Tom. We may pull back up to 86. There's a big wick at 86. Got you a big wick there, unless this already taken it. We do have a little fair value gap all the way back down there from earlier that you were talking about, Outer, back in the 50s. kind of creating a little couple candle bear flag. You want to see this 86 hold up. You see we just got reaction off that wick. Nope. What's next? Then we got another one sitting at 89. Then you got, let's see, this one might have already been taken. So, but maybe this will be the highest we go is back to that 90 level. Do we retest that 97s again? So if we retest that 97, that's the bottom of the previous 15-minute candle. Or one of the previous. I think I stopped marking them out a little bit ago, so I don't usually go past 10 o'clock. It was the close of the 10 o'clock 15-minute candle, so that means we've already have a new one printed, but I don't have that one marked. For anybody that likes to trade the little bear flag pullbacks with the breakout. But I usually don't like these whenever our EMAs are out of sync. So right now, like, you know, you have the 21, the 50, and the 9. So your EMAs are kind of out of sync. The next level would be, yeah, if we got through those 72s, that's the top of a 15-minute candle. So if we break through there, you should get another push. Then my next take profit sitting at the top of another 15-minute candle down at 60. You're shooting for 430? Nice. I'm going to take the 60 if we can hit the 60 and just be done there. All right. We should get another bounce here at the 60 level. There's a lot of bounce areas somewhere between 60 and 50, so we'll see what happens. There's your first bounce. Should get another bounce at about 56. And also 51, 52. So it'll take a little bit to get through these next 10 points. If you just happen to be holding. All right, there's the next bounce. Like I said, a lot of bouncing through 60 to 50. So then if you get through the 50s, that's where you're going to hit those 430s that Outer's talking about. Your next one to be 436. 438, something like that. I didn't want to sit through all this bounce here. Let's see. if 64 holds up, I mean, we could be going down from 64. But I don't want to jump back in. Ugh. All right, so that was the wait. Never mind. There's still one more hit left in the 50s, and it's sitting at 52. This was that 56 bounce you're looking at here, 56, 57 bounce. All right, maybe this push right here should get you to the 50s. Let's see if we bounce. 52. 52. Mine and I had a lot of resistance there. Nice. That one was fair. That was the weakest of the ones. The one at 52. All right, so the next bounce, 38. Oh, this 52 is like, hold my beer. That would have been a hard fought extra 20-something points. I'm not sure what that sound is. All right, let's see what happens with this 38 level. So you'll get the bounce there. Then the other one's at the 430. That was the one that Outer was talking about. That's the bottom of the 15-minute candle. A little bit of resistance at 30, but it doesn't look like it's holding it up too well. Like it doesn't look like it's going to give it too much issues. All right, here comes the 30. Oh, maybe. Whew. There's the bottom of this, what, 10:30 to 10:45 15-minute candle. Damn, you would think we got to have some kind of pullback here, man. We're just selling off like crazy. Is that 30 hold? You almost want to just jump back in if 30 holds. You would long at the 420. YOLO short. There's no YOLO short for me, man. Maybe if we get back above the 30s here. Back above the 30s, maybe we push all the way back up to the 50s. You got your non-EMA sitting up there. Nope. All right, next resistance is going to be sitting at 15. Then if we lose the 15, it's like, man, we could go all the way back down to 485, 490, yeah. Man, we got all that resistance sitting down there at the 481s. It's almost like, man, dude, I don't know how much I would want to risk to take a trade off of. I mean, I have a new account. We could try it a little bit off. Whew. This thing's just bleeding off, guys. Hardly with any pullbacks except this one candle here. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting like 50% of the move pull back here. Maybe we can pull back up to the 30s. It's got to get back above 15 here. Maybe back above 20. We can maybe make another 30 retest. Nope. Where we just hit, that's the bottom of a previous 15-minute candle too. Might just get the 2-candle pullback before we finish selling off. No, it's going down. It's going to give you that little 2 candle pullback probably. Then it's going to dump again. Just like here. I want to see a pullback all the way up to the 30s. Oh, damn it. I went to break even fairly fast in case that 20 didn't hold. Did you get long again at the 20s? No, we just barely tipped it. Come on. What is up with me getting one tick today, guys? No, that's so dirty again. Come on. I knew that all that resistance sitting at 30, so I wasn't sure. What do you got? The EMA 45. Maybe get 45. Damn it. I don't want to jump back in it now. No kidding, man. Watch it go to the moon now. I got to sit here and just watch it. I've actually should have had probably my stop loss right below that 20 is where it should have been. And I wouldn't have got stopped out. I should have put it where it needed to be. It needed to be under 20. Maybe if the 30 holds, we get another little push here at the 30. Up to the 40s. Let's see if this candle pushes down and holds. Then maybe when it sells back through the 9 EMA. Oh goodness, it's okay. It doesn't hurt as bad being evals. It's like, do we want to short the 20? All right, one candle. Let's see if it retests the 20 and holds. There's the test. Oh, nope. I feel like the bottom is probably going to be back down there. Let's see what happens with the 30s. Man, I don't see how it does not go back down. You almost have equal lows sitting down there at those previous candles. I know. I didn't want to jump back in again. I figure I missed my opportunity for that long while ago. Now, if it can hit the 21 EMA here at the 40s and like pull back a little bit, then go through them, you may get another 50 or 60 push all the way up there to 59 for your 50 EMA push. I don't know, what's the 50% mark for this leg here? All right, so 40 is the 50% of this leg. So we'll see what happens around the 50. That'll be like 50 to 60%. Nice. Nice for holding off on your long, man. I should have done a better job at... It would have stopped me out because, like I said, I would have had my stop loss right below 20, so I would have got stopped out either way. Whew. It's almost like, do we lose these 30s again? We lose those 30s again. That 45 to 50, that was your 50% of that previous candle here. Or this leg here. I'm sorry, this leg here. This leg. Now, I'm not sure about the whole leg. I know, that's what I'm looking at too. I like those equal lows sent down at 15. I'm hoping if it does move back down for short, I like below the 30. But if you're shooting for those equal lows, you got to be in there before 25. If you're looking for 10 points. Did we get below this? That 38 level, it's the top of a 15-minute candle. Unfortunately, if we break the 38s, we'll probably move back up to 50. There goes the 38s. Like I said, if we break those 38s, we'll move back up to the 50. That 52 level from earlier that we were talking about, where we broke the 52, it kind of did a little retest before it finished selling. There's the 30. Three micros. I'm just going to risk like 2 or 3 points on this. This way, if it jacks back up on us. Oh, no, it's going to lose the 30. 30 is the key. Okay. I probably should have had a little bit more stop loss. I couldn't lose the 30. Oh, sorry. I was trying to see. Do we still lose the 30s? I thought we were going to get that quick 15 push, man. It hit the 20s and got rejected. Do we try it one more time? One more time. See if we can take out those equal lows sitting at 15. The only thing is, the 20 level where it's bouncing is the, damn it. See, 30 is a no-go here. This is just 3 micros, guys. So like I said, we're trading super small. $60 is max that we're willing to lose per trade, and even less whenever we go to break even or a few points away. So what we're shooting for is we're trying to see if the market will run these equal lows sent down at 15. It's got to get through the 20s here. You can see how it just bounced off the 20. That's the low of one of the 15-minute candles. All right. Oh, so close. There we go. There's the equal lows. Unfortunately, we had to lose a few points on that last trade where it wicked above us. All right, so we're still in this for 4 plus 2, so 6 points. So $12 we're still in this trade for. We're going to see if the 20s and the 30s can hold for us. And see if we can target the 390s. But, that looks so freaking bullish. That 20 did not show no resistance at all. The 20 is like, I'm all done. The 20's already given it up so many times. There's probably nothing left for the 20. Same with the 30. We've been in between this 20 and 30 for, I don't know, at least the last 20 minutes. You know what? I'm going to go to 91. I'm not going to, or 92 this time. Or actually, we'll just do 96. That'll be 30 points, something like that. Well, there's been a lot of resistance there at the 405s. I don't know if we'll get through there or not. I feel like 87 is probably the target here. Between 88 and 70. Now, what sucks about this, we have not tested that 50 EMA here. So we could pull all the way back up to the 50s here. If we get stopped out, we can always look for maybe a short off of the 50s. Like I said, we're just in this for 1 micro. So right now we're risking for 7 points, just right above this previous candle here. So what's that, $14, I think, if we lose this trade here. I know that 20 level has been insane. Like I said, we just wick right above the 30 again. Yeah, that's going to get us. All right, so this may be our first 50 touch. And you got about 17 points here. And it's sitting at a whole number. So you might be able to get 10 points off of that. Maybe I'll just do 2 micros instead of 3. So which way we're doing? 47. Just so if you're new here, these are just eval trades only, guys. No funded accounts. We've already taken our funded accounts for this morning. So one's in the red by 60 bucks. Then we were able to find another long where we're up 133. So that's kind of where we're at on the fundeds this morning. And we did not take a Bulanox funded this morning. I didn't really like the 5-minute inside bar because it was just so massive this morning. And there's just no way I'm going to risk 30-something points. Oh, goodness. What's up, Fish Lips? How are you doing today? Yeah, I was just saying, unfortunately, we took a $60 loss on our one account this morning. So now we're not even over the threshold no more. So now we're under the 26,600 from that loss this morning. This one, we took another win. So that kind of pushes us only about $200 away from requesting a payout with that one. Yeah, price action's been insane today, man. All right, here comes that 50 level again. I mean, that 20 level again. See if we print below 60. I mean, 20. $20 is my line in the sand here. He lost 20 right off the rip. Now, this is 2 micros, guys, so we're in super small. This is one of Apex 90% accounts that we bought. So this is the one that we've been over here trading pretty aggressive today. Oh, man. That level has been a wall. I'm going to go ahead and close this one. That way, because that knocked us back down to 349. That may have to be the last trade of the day. We're getting to that point where we're just this lunch hour where we're just probably going to chop sideways until what do you want to call it? The 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock hour. Yeah, that's why we stuck to mainly evals today, besides those 2 trades we took this morning on the fundeds. I was hoping we would get one Bewley trade to push us over the $2,000 mark, but we didn't get one today. We'll connect to our Bewley accounts. Uh-oh. Yeah, this one here. Yeah, we got it back to where we lost that money last week. It knocked us back down to 57. So we're back up to 51,946. So we still need to make another $1,600 to even be considered for a payout with Bullinox. But that's the account that I've been mainly taking the 5-minute trades on. But today I did not take it. Let's see. And see, I did lose a Bullinox funded a couple weeks back. Because I had 3. Now I'm just down to 2 still. But we still need to make, what, another 500, about $700. Okay, so we're down to the 1.5 IB. I haven't been really trading off the IBA lately. Not as much. Wow, here comes that push. Man, I almost could have probably held my trade if I was just right above that 30. But I just didn't think that 30 was going to hold again. We didn't hit this thing so many times. I know that's the sweep that I'm kind of looking for down there also near that opening day close from this morning. So we put the Apex accounts away, and now if we can jump back in, because we haven't really taken a trade on none of these Bewley accounts today. I think I took like an early morning trade for like a micro or two, just kind of testing something, and I think we're up like 27 bucks. So that's the only thing that we've done with Bewley today. I don't know. This was the first sweep up. Nope, never mind. I was going to say that was the first sweep of the 90s, but no. Maybe you can look for a short if you wait for it to hit the 90, push back up between the 10 and 20, then go. How far up is the mid sessions? The 50% mark. 448. See, that wouldn't be a bad one there either because you got that 50 EMA sitting up there and the 200 moving average. Man, if we break that 20, I almost want to see if we can pop into the 30s. This is usually not a good time to trade anyway, guys, because we're in the lunch hour. So I've never have had a lot of good luck trading this time. It seems like anytime I try to trade this time, you get chopped up pretty good. I mean, that's kind of what was happening to me a while ago. Even on small micros, you can see I was just chopping back and forth. So we were 50-50 for the fundeds today. Red on one funded with 60 bucks. Then we were 138 in the green on the other. I should have had 200s. The reason why I didn't get 200 is because we copy traded those accounts just trying to get 60 bucks. So I started off $60 in the hole with both accounts. You said you're going to look for a long wear outer? Oh, out of the 80s? Yeah, I like that range too. But see, we already hit that so many times this morning. I didn't know if we would run the 70s for the next bounce because that's where all those wicks are sitting. I don't see how we don't go to the 70s, guys. I mean, golly, look at all these wicks from this morning. So right now that 15 level that you see, that's the bottom of a 15-minute candle. So that's kind of that resistance that's you see there. Right now, this is just pretty tough price action to kind of get any kind of entry. Whenever it's just grinding lower and lower, it's just pulling back and forth. I mean, this is how you get chopped up pretty good here. So I'm not going to really go out of my way to try to look for entry. We're just kind of sitting here just watching price action. I'm kind of hoping we get that push back up here to the midsection point. Like, I wouldn't even mind the 30s here. I mean, we haven't touched this 50 EMA in forever, so we might finally get a 50 EMA touch. And you got about 15 points between the 50 and the 9 EMA there. We may try it on 2 micros. You cancel your order limit. Let's see if it goes through. Almost. This way, if it doesn't sell through. I was trying to be under it. Okay, so it's probably going to shoot for the 50s. Is that where that one marker still is, Fish Lips? All right. That's why we did not put a resting order there, because I wasn't sure. $4.55. Let's see if we get that 20 touch. I don't really want to risk the whole amount. So either it's going to go or it's going to pop back up. So it's just 2 micros, guys. Like I said, we're staying super small. Don't know if we're going to get back through those 30s or not. It doesn't look like we are. Looks like it's going to get us. If this stops out, we'll look for the 55 up there next. All right, so we're going to be in the red 50 cents. So we lost that $20 from this morning. Oh, is it going to stop me out then go? That's the top of the 15-minute range there. I bet it, man, that's going to be dirty. At 38. I forgot about that 38 level. Man, it would do that to me. That's the kind of market we're in today. Oh, goodness. Dirty. But I'm trying to keep from just risking so much, so that's okay. That's just the way it goes sometimes. So it doesn't hurt too bad if we take a little loss. There's the 20 bounce. The 20 EMA. All right, so if it pushes back above 30, this may be where we can possibly push up to 50. Because that was the first, what do you want to call it? First 50 EMA touch in a while. Oh. Maybe we can lose that 20. Maybe we'll. We'll go a little bit heavy since it's a 90% eval. And we got about $800 in profit to work with here. Yeah, that 535 is sitting there too. I want to see us back below 20 if we're going to consider looking for those 370s. I mean, I still like that range down there too. The 370s, 380s. Yeah, I don't blame you, Outer. It's usually not a really good time to trade, honestly. This price action is kind of garbage. I would not trade this with any account that matters unless it's like a cheap 90% account. Like I wouldn't trade like Take Profit or anything that you had to spend a lot of money on. Do we lose those 20s? Come on. This is the first time I've traded probably after 12 o'clock in forever. Hopefully we don't hit the 20. I get short and we reject. But we also got that 535 EMA sitting at the 20s too. So that's kind of scary a little bit. 23 is going to be my line in the sand here. 23, 25. This way we don't risk as much. Here's my 25. So we had to close that. All right, guys. I think I need to walk away so I don't continue trading. Before we end up digging ourselves in a hole. So we were able to escape with only like $60 in the red, which isn't too bad because we still got about $800 in profit with this account. It's probably gonna be one of those moves where when it dumps, it dumps. Like there's no probably hopping in. It's just gonna be a straight waterfall. Right now, we're just kind of trading in a 35-point range. You think we still want the 48 sweep first before we sell down? I just don't know if I have it in me to take another trade to even attempt that. It's probably going to do this till probably what, 1:30, 2 o'clock. Maybe here's the 48 push. Let's see if we get the 48 push here, fish lips. There's the 38. Remember, there's a lot of resistance at that 38. And that's also the high of this wick over here too. There's the 48 hit. Watch this thing just go straight to the moon. Whew. Man, we're finally done trading and this freaking thing wants to start moving. $53.37. What's up, Constantine? Let's see here. 53 would have been my entry. I don't know if we get another retest of that 53. Start short layering. I don't know if I don't like that. All right, so we did get back below that. Maybe a pullback to the 37s here, 38s. Might not get the push back up if we start losing those 30s again. No. Maybe that was just a sweep of that 50% mark before we push all the way back. Below. You don't think we don't want to take out those 70s from this morning? got the 535 also sitting there too. Nice fish lips. I mean, dude, it's 40 points, 1 micro, man. That's like $80. That's pretty good. Not sure how many micros you had. See if we get back above this 38 here. Oh, why did it take all my micros out? What the heck? Didn't mean for that to happen. I thought I was just selling one. Yeah, I definitely like the shorts back below the 30 and 20 level. I figure we need to retest the, what, 687, 670s? It's going to do 2 micros, not 3. Don't really like the shorts unless we get back below the 420s. I prefer us to short the 20s, but then kind of retest the 20s to make sure we're going to stay there, just because of how many candles that we popped off around this 535 EMA. Which this may be the leg here. So leg, pull back. This is the, which we almost got equal highs sitting there also. Yeah, that was nice, that 48. I thought we were going to keep going maybe a little bit higher up into like the 70s. I mean, hell, I guess we did. We got up to 65, but I thought we would at least get that 70. Is it 12:30? like I said, I do like the shorts below the. Yeah, I know. I like the equal high sitting there too. So we're kind of in between right now. And we have all these freaking body candles sitting here at the 420s. If we lose the 420s and can retest the 420s, we should get a nice move to the downside. Oh, excuse me. Woo. Man, another 20 tests, guys. I don't know how many more tests we have. You figured we already tested this thing so many times. Man, this wall right here was better than that 15 wall that we had earlier. So that is the bottom of a 15-minute candle, I think, from let's see what time that was. I want to say it was either 8:15 to 8:30 or 8:15 or 8:30 to 8:45. Add an hour to that because I'm reading off Central Time. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant for that to be a long, not a short. I'm glad you said something, Outer. I would have been like, whoa, what happened? I still like the target to the downside. I just don't see how we've not ran the bottoms, all these wicks that we had from this morning. I just don't see how we don't clean up these wicks. Maybe it's just something we're going to do after the lunch hour. Is that what you're still targeting, Fish Lips? The 470? I mean, 370? The order has a lot of stops. I'd imagine there's probably a lot of people with their stop loss down there at that 370 from this morning. Everybody got long this morning off of those 370s and still been holding all day. Hopefully they didn't walk away and leave their stuff all day and then come back and find out they got stopped out. Your paper trail long is at 418. Yeah, this is like I said, unfortunately, we're probably not going to get the trade for our funded with Bewley today. I was really hoping so because I was really hoping to break that $2,000 mark. But that's okay. We can be patient and wait till tomorrow. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I know. I don't know how much longer I'm going to sit here and watch this. I was trying to get off a few minutes ago, but it didn't happen. This is the kind of price action if you're like down and you're trying to get your money back, this type of price action will just eat up your valuation or funded account. Hey, green's green, man. I'm $60 in red on one of my fundeds. I wish it was $50 in the red or green. Ooh, do we finally get a little candle with some volume in it? It's going to take forever to get through these 20s, guys. There's so many wicks that it has to constantly hit, reverse. So it's going to take forever. There's just too many candles here to hit off of for it just to go straight through. That is insane. 138 micro points. I never could just get that down, fish lips. I mean, that's a lot of micro points, even for one micro. I mean, that's just insane. All right, here it comes. Now we want to get those 370s. But it's hard to jump in this because this thing did this so many times. Like, this is where you just get, there's nothing you can do. Because after it's done this many times, you just don't know. Lucky, pretty much, man. I mean, you almost have to be in it at the right moment. I mean, it's so tough to catch these kind of daggers. Take my order off. I don't know if we get another retest of the 20. That was the 95 there, so that's pretty normal. We push down to the 90s and see if we get a retest of the 410s here. There's the 410s. You want to see maybe 415 holds, 416 hold. Is it going to hold? It's trying to hold. No. All right, one more 20 touch here. Oh, that's right. You got long from the 400s. That's right. I forgot you said you were doing that. Wow, this thing's just ripping off that. I want to see it back below the 16 or stay below the 20 maybe. That thing lagged on me a little bit. So this is just 2 micros, guys. I try to get that 15 entry, but it lagged on me about 5 points. Because I was trying to stay under 5 points. Shoot. I might get stopped out here. So we'll be in this trade for 40 bucks if we get stopped out. A little bit better entry. Don't get stuck at the 10s, my guy. Looks like I may get stuck at that whole number here. I just go to break even. We can always re-enter if it pulls back up. All right, so that might have been a good break even. So all your layering that you have now is all the way back down to 325? Wow, another 20 tests here. Hmm. It's about to print below that 15. Let's see if that candle can kind of test that 15 mark. Oh, damn it. I thought I was waiting to see a little red and it just popped in. And this is 2 micros, guys, also. This will have to be my last trade. I'm going to have to like walk away from the charts. If not, I sit on here and just mess around with this freaking eval nonstop. As far as funded goes, today was a okay funded trade. It was kind of like a 50-50 today for me. We're targeting that 3. Unfortunately, it took 2 trades to get in there, outer. I'm just glad we went to break even on that first one. I just don't know if we're going to have to pull all the way back off this 400 level. Because we're back at the whole number. All right, if it hits 90, we'll go to the whole number here. Whew. That only pushed, what, 97. Need to see 10 hold here. Usually you want to see 10 hold if we push into the 90s. If we can break those 400s, we'll at least try to lock in 10 points. We'll go down to 403. Damn, look at the reverse off that 90. Son of a bee, that happened so fast. A lot of times, this is why I don't even try to trade between the 90 and the 10, or the 10 to the 90. So don't ever take your very first trade leading into the 90s, because most of the time this is the kind of price action you get. For your very first 90 touch there, left equal lows, and I don't see how we don't go back to it. If we can break the 80 or 88, we should get the push. Hopefully this is just like a 2 or 3 candle little bear flag here. Oh, 318. We could risk a little bit more, and it would just be kind of a break-even trade for this. If you think it may come back up there, I kind of see what you mean. Like if it comes back up here and takes out these wicks here. Yeah, a lot of wicks up there. I don't know. Maybe we just take our 10 points. We're just going to take our 10 points. This way, if it comes back, we don't have to stress it. If it loses the 88s, let's see, 88s, it should sell through. Actually, I'll move this right up. We'll give 2 points back and see if the 9 EMA holds. The devil 90, guys. The devil 90. Oh, that's going to get us. That's just too bullish looking. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We've already been kind of over trading a lot for this account. We may take a little bit break and come back for power hour. It depends on what time the wife gets home. I don't see how we don't run that. Thank you, Fish Lips. Have a good day at work, Outer, if you got to go to work today. Oh well. All right, guys, everyone have a good one.